Hello, ladies and gentlemen, part 3, Beyond the Veil. I know it sounds redundant. I know I go over these points over and over and over again. I mean, I myself, no, I do not have all the answers. I will not admit to that. To knowing everything. But what I do know is what I can see and what I can test. If you want to call me stupid for not buying bullshit that I can't test, go to hell. It's as simple as that. Because you're pushing shit. If you have no way to test what you believe, it is a religion. It is a religion. It is a religion. You want to claim, oh no, you're not religious. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you are. Doesn't matter what you want to claim. You're here arguing that, no, that's not real because this is what science says. Science, you have Zion. Z-I-O-N. The religion of Jews and numerologists. People who worship the idea that numbers were handed to man by a God. That is what numerology is the concept that numbers cannot lie. Bullshit. If you're under the idea that numbers cannot lie, you're fucked in the head to start with. Let me explain it to you this way. I hand you a live rabbit. You have to kill the rabbit to start with, and then divide it, and then you say, oh, here's your 0.5 and half the rabbit. Yet, however, when you put those two pieces back together, that 0.5 plus 0.5, that rabbit is still dead. Something else has to be added that you took away to start with. If you want to ignore that part of the equation and play pretend, numbers lie. Because you're pretending that 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 1 and that rabbit's hopping around again. And it ain't. It's not. It's dead. It's still dead. You took its life away. There's nothing you can do other than add something else on top of the 0.5 plus 0.5 in order to get that dead carcass up and moving again. That is how numbers lie. So what? I can take a rock and split it in half and you have 0.5 and 0.5 and you put the two pieces of rock together again. You know what? Not the same concept. You're trying to make an excuse how the 0.5 and 0.5 work. Problem is, if it don't work all the time, it ain't real. It's a pretend and make 'em up thing. And when you talk to people and fools and idiots that want to do the make-up thing, there's no point in talking to them because they're stupid. They have been programmed to swallow the red pill. Most people will claim, oh no, which pill did you take, the blue pill or the red pill? And they want to claim that the blue pill is something that it's not. You want to know what the veil is? The veil is the sun. That thing is close. That thing moves from noon to noon in 24 hours. The moon, on the other hand, 29 to 30 days from full moon to full moon. Look at it this way. When is the first time you can see the sun in the morning? Between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, on average. Doesn't matter what time it is, or daylight savings times this, or daylight savings times that. I mean, stupid idiots are going to claim shit like that. Because they're moronic. Because they don't have a fucking clue as to reality. They want to pretend shit. I'm not here to do that. I don't pretend. I call idiots out for pretending. and then trying to make a case for their pretend to work because they want this space to be real. No. Space, what that is, in all reality, is the distance between the land and the dome above. You got the space in between. Other than that, you ain't got shit. There ain't shit provable in any way, shape, or form. You have these rockets that launch. They don't launch straight up. They launch in an arc. A-R-C-H. Arc. They go from the ground on the left side to the ground on the right side, taking in the clouds, the air above, and so on and so on and so on, and then come back down. Then you have idiots who claim, well, I picked something up and I dropped it, and gravity proves that it's a ball. You want to know what? Newton said an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted on upon, except when acted upon by an outside force. If you had to pick the fucker up, that means you're adding energy, and everything after you touch it is a reaction, not an action. You cannot push. You cannot pull to interact with anything in this reality. You have to push it. Push, push, push. You cannot pull it. You're not a fucking magnet. You're not metal. You're not electricity. Yes, pull exists as a property of a specific set of conditions. If you're dirt, pull don't work. If you're a plant, pull don't work. If you're wood, pull don't work. Are you getting the idea yet? It is a property. Pull is a property of metal, magnets, and electromagnetism. Those three together. Anything else? Guess what? No, it don't work. Pull doesn't exist. You cannot take a magnet and pull a piece of wood towards it. Don't work. So guess what? Your pull idea, your attraction idea, only works with specific items. Very small, select group of items. Just like water is wet. That is a property, meaning that is what water does. Pull doesn't exist in any other reality, in any other way other than metal, magnets, and electricity. If you don't got any of those three, pull don't work. You can pretend and you can play along and you can assume, but then again, pull is an illusion. It's fall by a different name because of some stupid idiot. I mean, Newton's laws, basically, what goes up must come down. I mean, you put energy into getting that thing up there. Is that air heavier than the object you threw? No? Well, shit. Why would you expect it to stay in the air then, when it runs out of energy that you use to get it up there? Because when a football player throws a football, he understands what goes up must come down. It's a simple concept that even a jock can understand. And if you're not smarter than a jock, what does that mean? If you want to pretend that this pull is real and then come up with numbers, let me ask you something. In all honesty, what priest or what individual used what device to measure the distance from the world to the sun? Did he use numbers? Numbers aren't a measurable device. I mean, I can put 9 before 8 and then put 5 before 3. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's accurate. Numbers don't do anything. Numbers are a creation of man. They are sigils. They are magic. Just like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Just like plus, minus, subtract, divide, multiply, whatever. You get the idea. A stopped clock is right once out of every 12 hours, and that makes 2 times a day. And in reality, if you want to look at it, 24 times 60 minutes per hour equals 1,440. Then you have to again multiply that by 60 seconds per hour, which gives you 86400. So, a stopped clock is right one time out of 86400. That means 86399. The majority of the time, it is wrong. And it doesn't matter how the majority wants to pretend that they're always right. They're wrong. You want to get a majority together? Hey, guess what? You want to go under peer review? Guess what? They become the time that the stop clock is wrong. If you can't find a flaw in the argument, if you can't find a logical solution, whatever you're putting forward is not real. If you cannot come up with an experiment to prove what you believe, it's a religion. If you cannot physically prove what you claim, it is a belief. A belief is not science. A belief is religion. Science is where you can prove what you say. Remember, I said Zion, Z-I-O-N. Zion, Jews, numerology, whatever you want to call it, they call their priests scientists. Just like Catholics call their priests bishops. Different name, same thing. You want to call it red herring, word salad, guess what? It's the same thing. Just because you use different words doesn't change the truth. Just because you want to call gravity, and not what it really is, i.e. fall, nothing more than a reaction to an action that you've already taken, meaning that gravity doesn't exist unless you do an action to start with. Oh my God, what does that mean? Gravity is not a pull. Gravity is a reaction for you pushing on the object to lift it. And that is the bottom line, no matter what you want to try to do. If you can't prove it's an action, and you have no proof or no way to show that it's an action, it's a reaction. If you can't, I can drop a coin, and I will make a bet with anyone and everyone that you cannot lift it without push. You have to squeeze the sides of that coin together to pull it up. You have to initially add push for pull to work. You go up to a door that requires pull. There is this device on it called the door handle. The simple machine turns push into pull. And you don't pull the door open, you push it open. You add push to the back of the handle and it opens the door. Because that machine, that handle, transfers your action to a reaction. Pull is a reaction to push. Proof. Show me where I'm wrong. If you can't present an experiment, it's a lie. Bye.